So the Trump administration froze federal food assistance money to Minnesota. SNAP, food stamps, programs that literally feed people, children. And before anyone jumps in screaming, fraud, here's the part they don't want you to hear. This wasn't a court ruling. This wasn't proven wrongdoing. This was an executive freeze justified by allegations, not verdicts.
At some point, you got to stop sending that money and start asking some questions, right? And here's the kicker. This ain't just about a few shady individuals. The governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, a Democrat, by the way, he's the one in charge of the state. And under his watch, this fraud didn't just happen, it exploded. Now, I'm not saying he personally ran off with the money, but what I'm saying is he let it slide. And when you're in charge and you let something this wild happen, that's on you. At best, it's gross negligence. At worst, you knew. And if you knew, then you were complicit. Now, this is where it gets deeper, right? Because you have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. It's not that the Trump administration just woke up one day and decided to hate in Minnesota. It's not because they don't like Democrats. It's not personal. It's about the fraud, straight up. And when you're out here abusing federal money, don't act shocked when the feds step in and say, yeah, we're not doing this no more. And what blows my mind, what truly doesn't make any damn sense, is how the system is set up to let this happen. Think about this. The federal government gives money to the states. That's our tax money, money from your check, my check, everybody's check. And they say, all right, here's the deal. You can only use this money for specific things like food stamps, childcare, housing, stuff like that. Cool. But then the feds aren't even allowed to check up on how these states actually use the money. Like, how does that work? You telling me you're going to hand out billions of dollars, but you can't even say, yo, who's this money going to? Let us see the receipts. Make it make sense. I know family members, I know loved ones who elderly that are on Social Security, and they have to make sure they're showing receipts and proof every 6 months of renewal to make sure that they have receipts in regards to showing that they're actually getting the right, not only of Social Security monies, but they're not getting no extra monies, which then they're lying to Social Security because then they will have to make their adjustment on how much they would get paid monthly. And if they were lying and they get caught and they don't realize that the extra monies wasn't used for a reasonable cause like their health or medicine or something they needed, and they only get paid Social Security once a month and it doesn't cover, if they can't find or justify within the Social Security the receipts of where the money is, American citizens, to my example, have to report their incomes if they're getting these benefits. Then what makes it any different from the states getting money from the federal government?